The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Jets and the Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now this time Rodgers will throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And check down, complete to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And hang on here, we've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Rodgers going to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
in order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
On the right side, this is Miller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, here's Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Throwing, Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basics.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. This is taken at about the 14. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. To throw is Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
2nd down and 3.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Again, it's Barkley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. shop at the 40-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
4 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice job of them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York.
Scotty Miller.
76 yards.
And the Jets are able to add on to that lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was concluded on the touchdown pass to Scotty Miller. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now out come the Giants. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And this one too low.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll go to Barkley again.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones now on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Take it at the 37. And the Giants ready to come out now.
See if they can put this drive in.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
On the ground, it's Abanikanda.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Lance.
Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Keep pushing the ball down the field. Get it in the pocket. Offense, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Houston. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Handoff now. It's Gray with it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Gray on 2nd down.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Lance.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Gray. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And now they're in the hurry up. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On the handoff, Abanikanda.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants now down by 7, 1:44 to go.
You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking for Gray, and he's got him. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Play it safe, boys. Let's get a few yards on this play. Let's go. Get six, baby. Get six.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. Back to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Rolling it together, offense. Keep it together. This defense is asleep. Time to shine, offense.
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.